Tops of the Upper Deck, the largest baseball card collection on Earth. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Mob Luxury. Here's the largest baseball card collection on Earth. Why are baseball cards so valuable? The high value of baseball and other sports cards date back to times when it first became one of the favorite pastimes. Photography and baseball were relatively new back in the 19th century. To preserve the memory of these new developments in human history, baseball clubs had their players pose for photographs. These photos then got printed in pocket-sized or wallet-sized frames and took the form of baseball cards. These cards would increase in value if baseball celebrity players autographed them. Another factor that increased its value of how old the cards were, which is similar to preserving coins that were no longer valid in present-day currency. The story of Paul Jones. Paul is reportedly the largest baseball private card collector globally. With a collection of 3 million cards, Paul Jones became an enthusiast when he was a mere kid due to the influence of his parents. When Paul was about 10 years old, the family attended a match, and Lorraine, Paul's mother, suggested his father Barry buy Paul a few cards. It was a Las Vegas Stars minor league baseball game, and Barry got Paul his first card and a pen from the designated shop to get it autographed. Paul's parents asked him to stand by the rails to ask for autographs for any player passing by. A 10-year-old Paul, for Asperger's syndrome, was a shy kid and found it difficult to ask for autos. He finally got noticed by the manager of the baseball team, Tim Flannery, and Flannery, on seeing that nobody that gave the little boy their autograph signed a card. He also took Paul and him to introduce him to the players, and eventually all of them signed his cards. The history of the Paul Jones collection. What began as a shy encounter later turned into a passion for Paul Jones. We started collecting cards starting back in 1995 with a pack of Stars minor cards. Autographed in the locker room. Paul's father Barry had been a constant supporter to his son when it came to card collecting. They collected as many cards as they could from card stores like Target, Walmart, and KB Toys during the baseball card boom of the 90s and 2000s. While traveling too, the father-son duo used to buy packs of cards from minor league or major league baseball stadiums in the area and always tried to get them autographed. He continued with this hobby for more than 24 years and soon set a record in card holding. In 2008, Jones became the record holder for the largest private collection of sports cards in the Guinness World Book of Records. The wondrous cards in Jones' treasure trove. Paul Jones certainly has a favorite, and it is none other than Josh Hamilton from the Rangers. He also met legendary players like Jose Canseco, Tim Salmon, Mike Trout, Josh Hamilton, and Billy Butler. The collection that Jones owns is worth a massive $500,000, which is worth more than a collector's item. As Barry recounts, it is sometimes more about the number of cards than the quality for Paul. Plus, he is also very meticulous when it comes to arranging these cards, so that he can keep track of every card he owns. He organizes them in alphabetical order so as not to ever lose even one of them. Discovering the Uncle Jimmy collection. Jimmy Michoni from New Jersey, who passed away last year, was one of the biggest baseball card collectors who had a catalog sports card collection worth over a massive $1 million. Although Jimmy had sometimes shown his nephews and nieces his collection during birthday parties and family reunions when he was alive, they were not completely aware of how massive the collection was. The family discovered the cards in the attic after Uncle Jimmy's unfortunate demise in '97. He had been collecting cards for over 9 decades, and his family found his treasure chest in the Boontoon home when they were clearing out his belongings after his death. The value of Jimmy Michoni's exclusive card collection. One of his nieces, Jean Grith, told CNN that such a memorabilia was decked up in the attic that it almost resembled a museum. Uncle Jimmy had cards autographed by legends such as Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Jimmy Fox. He used to mail them to players for their autographs and later even held onto the envelopes. The collection was originally worth about $1 million. Still, it had the potential of yielding up to several millions when it was listed for sale at the Wheatland Auction Services by Chuck and Stacy Wisman. Later, these cards were evaluated by a third-party grading and authentication company, Professional Sports Authenticator (PSA). The president of PSA, Steve Sloan, admitted that it was a top-tier card collection. It had 6 kinds of 1933 Goody cards signed by Babe Ruth himself, and one among these 6 cards got sold for about $153,400 last year. Collectors like Paul and Jimmy did the collecting out of their love and passion for the sport. In the long run, such hobbies have the potential of yielding some fancy bucks. Monetizing it, however, is the latest thing on most collectors' minds, as they are true connoisseurs. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the next 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.